Good afternoon everyone, good afternoon and welcome back to another video. It's been a while. Those of you who've been following the channel will notice that I haven't been uploading too many videos. I've been uploading my podcast videos for the people that want to listen to them on this platform. If you haven't seen that already, it's about Porsche. It's called the PorscheCooled Podcast. The last episode is really good, where I did a podcast with my mate Steve from Sydney, and we're going to do another one. We're going to probably record another one tonight via Zoom, and we're going to talk about exhaust options for the 997, which is going to be a pretty exciting. It's going to be a pretty exciting conversation because Steve has done some pretty cool mods on his 997.1 GT3. And those of you who've known that I also researched a lot of exhaust before I actually did mine, and I went with the Fister exhaust, or the Fister mod exhaust from FD Motorsports. So that's the next podcast coming up. If you like the podcasts on YouTube, please leave a comment in them and let me know, because I put them up because some people said they wanted to see my podcasts on YouTube. They're not really that visual, they're more audio. They haven't been getting a lot of views, which kind of, I should swear, but wrecks the algorithm with YouTube. So that means if they get little views, that means very few people will find my channel anymore, which seems to be happening. So if you like those podcasts, let me know in the comments, or check them out if you haven't already. If they keep getting very low views, I may have to stop uploading them to my main channel. I might do a side channel, or I might just not upload them at all and just keep them on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, or Google Play Music. You can find it anywhere. So that's the PorscheCooled Podcast. Those of you who have joined this video for the title, no doubt the title, which I haven't worked out yet, will have watches in the title. So it is a watch video today. It's not a Porsche video, but Porsche and watches go together. A lot of people that I speak to on Instagram, via Instagram, and also on YouTube, we all have similar tastes. We all like watches. Our watches could be Seiko, they could be Omega, they could be, what else? Tudor, many different watches. Citizen, that new Citizen Pepsi, which I tried to grab one, by the way. I'll put a picture of it up here in the edit. I tried to grab one from Hodinkee, but literally I got the email saying they're available. Then I went to the site and they're already sold out. So I don't understand. I mean, maybe it is a bit of a thing at the moment, but that's a Timex Pepsi style watch. You guys have probably seen it. That's the only watch that I've been looking for at the moment. So my watch buying, let's get back onto watches. What's been happening with me, and what watches have I bought recently? Well, recently I haven't actually bought any new watches. I was going to buy a Rolex Blackface Explorer 2. There was one available. I think it's still available here where I am in Bahrain. I think it is still available. I was going to buy it. I've held off due to the COVID-19 situation. A lot of people, I think you have to be sensible during these times. We don't know what's going to happen in the economy. We don't know what's going to happen with work and future projects. Even in our situation, I won't get too much into personal things, but even our situation here in Bahrain, we came here to live for the next few years. That may change due to the fact that projects that we're working on, very large projects in Dubai, have been postponed. They're only been postponed for a year, but it messes up the whole intricacies of everything going on. So they really do mess up the situation. So I've been hesitant and I've been waiting. And also the other reason why I'm waiting as well is because I'm going to London towards the end of this month, hopefully for the month of August, and hopefully if we can get a flight. Still haven't bought a ticket yet. And hopefully we don't have to quarantine. Nick, I'll do a shout out to you. You know what that's all about. Hopefully the UK government has decided, Nick, that there is no more quarantine of 14 days. So when we leave here from Bahrain, we'll go to London, to our flat in London, and basically we have to stay in the flat for 14 days. We can go out to get food, that's it. But I think food is like maybe once a day, I'm not sure. They can trace you. I think they do occasional checks on you, but we have to quarantine for 14 days. But we need to get out of Bahrain for a while. We're going a little bit stir crazy here. We want to go back to London for a bit. We also haven't been back to the flat there since January, so we want to go back and just check on things. So that's the plan. So back to watches. The reason why I'm saying is I may I've also hesitated buying a Explorer 2 here or a Submariner no date. They're the two on my list at the moment. Explorer 2 black face, Submariner no date. Which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments. It's going to be one of those two watches. I think the Submariner no date maybe is too close to my Sea Dweller 43, which I'll show again in a minute. So that's why I was thinking Explorer 2. I really like the 42mm. I like the size of it. I like the orange hand. I don't want it because it may be discontinued. I just really like it, and I liked it a long time ago when I used to see them in the window of Goldsmiths or one of those shops in Canary Wharf. I used to see them in the window in 2013, 2014. They'd be there all the time for £5,500, and I never bought one because I didn't think it was the one I wanted. So I used to leave it. But that were the days when I used to see BLNRs and everything in the windows. So Sea Dwellers, James Cameron Sea Dweller. So those days are gone. Hopefully they're coming back. That's what I'm getting onto. When I'm in London, I'm going to go and visit a few Rolex dealers there. I'm going to try to develop a relationship in London with the dealers. I may buy another watch to build that relationship, depending on what they have, whether it's a Boucherie or Watches of Switzerland. I have a relationship slightly with Watches of Switzerland already, but with the Goldsmith side, because I bought 2 Tudors from them, one for me and one for a friend. So I do have a slight relationship there. I'm willing to buy another watch to hopefully get a Sub No Date or a Blackface Explorer 2. I think at the moment dealers have got Rolexes in their safe. I think that they will be willing to sell to people who have got the money. I think they'll still be checking you to make sure you're not a grey market seller, but I really do think at the moment, let's be honest, the watch ADs here in Bahrain, they're dead. Most of their business comes from, a lot of the business comes from Saudi. The Rolex store on a Friday, Saturday, which is the weekend here, when I used to go in there, was always full of people from Saudi, and they're buying, Datejust, Oyster Dates, etc. They're crazy. I haven't been in there recently. I've actually been holding back going in there because I don't want to seem like I'm too keen. I probably will, if I go to London I can't get one, I will probably go back to Bahrain again and offer them the AD there to buy whatever they have in stock. I noticed that in the window they've still got a lot of watches in stock. Sea Dweller, steel and gold, Submariner, steel and gold, Yachtmaster, white gold Yachtmaster. They've still got watches which they had pre-COVID-19 lockdown, so obviously they're not selling watches. I think there's deals to be had. Chrono 24, which I'm guessing some of you guys look at all the time. Great place for research for a watch. When you look at a Chrono 24, I'm getting alerts all the time now for watches that I've been watching for a while with price reductions. They're not necessarily Rolex. There's some of the steel and gold Rolex. They're not necessarily just the steel Rolex. They seem to be still selling. The recent auction in Switzerland, I don't know whether you guys saw that. The results of that, the Rolex has got record-breaking prices. Absolutely record-breaking prices. So it's obviously not dire out there. There's still a market, and Rolex there's still a big market for. I think the other brands, I've noticed with the Panerai, I've noticed with some of the other brands I've been watching, Blackpan, the prices are coming down a bit. There's the resellers, the sellers, the dealers on Chrono 24 are reducing the price. Anyway, so that's what I'm looking for. My next watch hopefully will be a Blackface Explorer 2, and not in the too distant future, or a Sub No Date. One of the two. Be nice to get both, but one of the two. So that's what I'm looking at. Because obviously I have other plans for cars and things which I've got to keep everything intact. But like I said, business situation, you have to be sensible in these times. You have to be aware of what's coming. It's not over yet. It's quite obvious with the news today with California and US. It's not over. It's still happening with this pandemic. So what I want to show you now is I'm going to show you the watches. I'm going to pull out my Osmo Mobile Pocket, which I never really use. So it'll be interesting today to see if it works. Oh yeah, the title of this video, hopefully it explains what I'm doing. But today I just wanted to show you the watches that I have at the moment. These are the watches that I'm wearing. I haven't been wearing everything a lot. I've been using my watch winder a bit, but I haven't been using it all the time. We do actually need to get smaller cuffs. Natasha's watches won't fit on the Wolf watch winder. Bear that in mind, the cuffs are very big. If you've got a small wrist, they don't go down, compress enough, so you can't actually close your watch. Some people say you can leave the watch open at the back and it'll be okay. Doesn't seem to be right to me, so I haven't done it. I have been using it though. I put my Rolex in there when I'm wearing it for a few days, and I just put it in there overnight, or if I'm going to skip a day. At the moment, I've only been wearing my Seiko SKX007, which I'll show you in a second. That's the one that I've been wearing. I haven't been wearing any of the Rolexes or any of the Panerai. So here are the watches I'll show you right now. Okay, so we start, the first one, which you guys have seen before, is my Panerai PAM 91. This is steel and titanium, automatic movement, and this one is from 2003. It's an E serial, so it's 2003. This one, which you guys have seen before, my Lumina Mariner Panerai, this is manual wind. Both have the device protecting the crown. This is manual wind. This one I've had since 2000. This is one of the first great watches I bought, first good watches I bought. Previous to this, I just had a Speedmaster, which I still have, which I bought in 97, 98. And then we go to the Tudor. Now this is the Tudor 2019 grey bronze. The Tudor I purchased it last year, April last year. It's getting some really nice patina. It's getting some beautiful patina on it. I don't wear this watch as much as I should. It's a beautiful watch, I really like it. And the strap is really, really comfortable. It's like a grey nubuck type strap. But that's the bronze. I'll just show you close up with the bronze because it is. And then the back is obviously an aluminium case back that looks like bronze because you don't want to get green on your wrist from the bronze. It hasn't gone green, it's just gone like a grey color. It's very, very nice. So that's my Tudor Black Bay Bronze 2019, slate grey, sunburst dial. Then we go to one of the most popular watches at the moment, Rolexes, and this is my BLNR Jubilee bracelet, Batman, aka Batgirl. This one got a few little scratches here which you probably can't see, but all in all, I have been wearing this a little bit. I haven't been wearing it that much. All these watches are not set. Please don't let me know in the comments that, but I know they're not set. I was going to set them before the video, but I didn't. But this is the BLNR Rolex GMT Master 2, reference 126710 BLNR. I have been giving this one more love. The Jubilee bracelet and the BLNR, I like wearing it. It's a really comfortable bracelet, but I like my Sea Dweller better. So this is the Sea Dweller. The Sea Dweller 43mm red writing. I purchased this in September last year, before the BLNR. I really, really love this watch. I wanted the Submariner date. They didn't have one, but they had this. I'm glad I bought this now. I prefer to get the Sub no date, like I was saying earlier. But this is just a fantastic Rolex. I would recommend this watch. It's so good to wear. It feels heavier than the BLNR, than the Jubilee, but it's a great looking watch. And I love the size. I mean, for me, I guess 43mm is quite normal because I wear 44mm in the Panerai. These Panerais, this is 44, this is 44. The Tudor is 43mm. The BLNR is 40mm, and the Rolex is 43mm. And then we go on to the Seiko. I have two Seikos that I've been wearing. This one here, which is the SRPC 44 gold PVD type coating, not plated, PVD types, which is where they dip it into the gas. Is it gas or liquid? Black dial, slight sunburst in the dial, but you can't really see it in this light. And then I purchased the strap code bracelet from Strapcode. What am I talking about? I purchased a gold Jubilee bracelet from Strapcode. It was out of stock, and then they got it in stock. I love this bracelet. It came with a black rubber strap originally. It came with the black rubber strap, but I really like it on the full gold. Yes, it's very bling. It doesn't look like real gold, but that's okay. It's kind of the fun of it. And I really like this watch. I think it's about 44mm as well. It's quite large. It doesn't feel that heavy, but if I go from wearing this to my BLNR, then it feels heavy. And then the last one, which is the one that I've been giving a lot of wrist time to, which is this one, which you guys have seen before, which is the iconic SKX 007. This is the J version, made in Japan. Some people say it's not made in Japan, it's just assembled, parts are from Japan, but it says made in Japan on the dial. The Japanese one has extra text on the dial as well. This is on a crown and buckle. Is it Pearlin? It's not Pearlin. What's the other one? Chevron. Crown and buckle chevron strap, which I like. I know I got a comment from someone saying they didn't like the chevron strap, but I actually like it. This is the one I've been wearing more of. This is the one I've been giving a bit of wrist time to. The Rolexes have been neglected over the past couple of weeks. I haven't actually been wearing the Rolexes. Doesn't hurt to give them a break every now and again, but I've been enjoying. I was wearing the Panerai, the PAM 61, which is my 20-year-old watch, believe it or not. And then I'm wearing the Seiko. Before I was wearing the Panerai, I was wearing the Jubilee for a while. I did wear the Jubilee on the weekend, actually. I wore it for one day only. So this is my watches here in Bahrain. PAM 91, 2003. The Lumina Mariner manual wind from 2000. The 2019 bronze, Black Bay bronze from Tudor. The Rolex 126710 BLNR, bought in December last year, so 2019. And also the Rolex Sea Dweller 43mm, also from 2019. Updated Mark II version, different movement, slightly different dial. SRPC 44, which is the gold Seiko turtle, the golden turtle. Love this watch. Matt Farah from Smoking Tire, give you more credit for this. This is where I first saw it. First saw it properly on someone and thought I got to have that watch. So I asked him a couple of questions about the strap, and he was actually really helpful. And then the Seiko SKX 007. This one is no longer available. It's actually, they don't produce this one anymore. So that's it. That's my watches. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what your favorite watch is from the lot I'm showing you here. So what have I got? 7 watches. 7 watches. That almost seems insane. This is not all the watches I own. I also have quite a few others in Sydney, Australia as well. But this is what I have. This is what I'm traveling with, I guess. It sounds very scary, but this is what I'm traveling with. Sometimes they live in the safe, sometimes they live in the winder, and the other times they're on my wrist. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this watch video today. If you like Porsches, like I said before, check out the PorscheCooled Podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcast, main one, Podbean, which is my hot podcast supplier. Check that out if you like Porsches. We have some great conversations about Porsche. And my mate Steve is going to join those podcasts for the next few episodes until he gets sick of it. So check that out. There's 21 episodes of the PorscheCooled Podcast. So Porsches and watches go well together. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are into cars and into Porsche. So check that out as well. My name is Michael Barth. Thank you for watching today. It's been a while. I'll be back very soon. If you like this video and you like the channel, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you'll know when my videos are live on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.